Have you ever heard of a BRONY, Dave?
No.
Apparently they have My Little Pony conventions, which is like 20% little girls and 80% guys.
Creepy guys?
Creepy guys who grew up with My Little Pony and have sexual fantasies about these little pony creatures and their little tight pony behinds. And they call them bronies.
Tight pony behind.
They have a term. I forget what the term is. They always send the guy from Howard Stern over to the conventions to interview the guys. The bronies, Dave.
Wouldn't Mr. Hands would have enjoyed one of these? Look that up. Look up Mr. Hands.
Okay.
The Sword and the Stone.
Now, what year would you put this at? Do you remember this one?
I don't, but I'll put it at 94.
See, I was thinking this was 81-ish or so, but this is which you can't see here, the 50th anniversary.
Wow.
This is from the 60s.
Ooh.
I remember it must have been one of their re-releases from like the 80s or late 70s, but it goes way back to the 60s. Did not know that.
Clearly I did not as well.
Just learned it.
So did
With the anniversary.
Hotspot. Is that a Don Johnson and Virginia Madsen film?
Right. And who else, Dave?
Wait a minute now. Not Jennifer Connelly.
Yes.
And her bodacious tatas exposed in that film.
That was the unbelievable scene where Jennifer Connelly and some other actress, we didn't even pay any
Who
attention.
cares about that? Right.
We're walking on the beach, totally topless. In all of her young, maybe 20
Yeah, probably about that.
age.
Yeah. Oh. And the other film. Killing Me
And the other one with Heather
whatever.
Graham.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
There you go.
A couple of good releases. Now we have some sad partings, Dave.
Deaths.
It's always sad when people pass away, and it's even sadder when the producer can't find the disc with the deaths and all the other bits that are hopefully airing in a few weeks.
Well, I could fill some time and say I went to see the Alice Cooper concert a couple weeks
Well,
ago.
don't kill too much time because that's on the same disc.
Is it? Oh, okay.
We can do that as soon as we'll get both of these features when the disc is loaded up.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Recent celebrity passings. ...
As we celebrate.
Oh.
There he is. Both of his albums. Oh, Rosemary, I love you. I remember doing that on some of our earliest Tonight Show bits. But I
thought he was dead 15 years
I think
ago.
we had Luke Pantaleo on doing his Slim Whitman impression.
Good old Slim Whitman.
He was an early one of the TV albums.
Yep.
It was a unique concept where you would buy albums over the TV and call in and whatever you did.
Slim Whitman.
The internet of its time.
Poor Slim.
I lived a full 90 years there.
Richard Matheson.
He was a writer that did many, many things. The Incredible Shrinking Man, I Am Legend, which turned into The Last Man on Earth, which Vincent Price, and the recent one
with Will Smith.
Will Smith. He also did The Night Stalker, the Trilogy of Terror, all those TV movies, The Nightmare at 20,000 Feet from the Twilight Zone. Numerous fine fantasy tales
From Richard Matheson.
which he'll write no more. They've lost a major talent.
Oh, this was shocking. I was on vacation when I heard this.
Yeah.
Very shocking. And it's sad because he was fighting those, as they call them, demons.
And he was a big part of the show. I never watched Glee, really, but
I watched it by osmosis.
you did.
From another room where it was on frequently.
Currently, or like a couple of years ago?
A couple years ago.
Okay. You haven't watched it within the past year.
Mercifully, I am no longer subjected to that torture.
Does he play a high school student?
Like they graduated
Right.
in the 3rd season, I think. They're in the 5th season.
Right. He probably
now.
graduated at age 28.
Well,
or
we're
29.
doing the math. He was playing the high school kid in his late 20s, is
Right.
what usually happened. And he was going with Leah Michelle, who
Right.
was on the show.
Ames Gandolfini.
Heart attack. He's eating there. Eating well.
Well,
Of course, all the papers gave you his last meal, which was apparently a hearty one from Italy. Yeah, eating and drinking, enjoying his final day, apparently, in Italy.
our age, Ed.
Yeah. He always looked older, though. Must have been all the eating and drinking.
Well, what happened? Are they changing it to adult critic now, or is he just gone?
The week before the racing season started, I tuned him as I always do to get aggravated. Because he's always given the C reviews to films that, you know, get A's and 3 stars. And when his segment was over, the guy that's with him there, the news guy, said, we have some news to report to you. This is the final Lights, Camera, Jackson segment. Yeah, I don't know if it was budget cuts or puberty, which did in the Kid Critic.
No reason given.
No reason was given by the station or him on his Facebook page, but you can see him there in his youthful look, and they have Kid Critic under there, and on the right he's trying to hang on to the title by carrying a stuffed animal.
Right.
But it only lasts so long. It was cute when he was a kid and not understanding Inception, but when he was droning on and giving film to see, it's time to cut the rope there. So the final
Did he say he's going on to other pursuits?
He said he'll always be at the movies. The week after, he posted a review from his computer on iChat or whatever it was, and bad lighting. So there's a big fall for the Kid Critic.
No, that's a shame.
Leaving us as the sole local celebrities in the movie field, Dave.
Okay.
After Dandy Nicola.
Oh,
And
come on
all
now.
the other what? We're the only ones left now. Are there any other major local critics?
Wait a minute. We're not major.
Oh, we are. They're moving us up
Into the hundreds,
into
right.
the 100 range.
Well,
Now-
you did have Doug Delisle.
Yeah, he left us.
You did have Dan DiNicola.
Yeah. Who was the other local ones? That was about it, right?
Wasn't there J. Bob? And
Oh yeah. I think he's still around.
he's still around, but he's just got canned from, whatever station he was on. I think he was on Was he on 13?
Yeah.
No.
Did Betty and Moo do movie reviews? They did one on occasion, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, Dave, you went to see Alice Cooper.
I did. And am I supposed to say more?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I went to see Alice Cooper at the Palace. Alice at the Palace.
We have video from Alice at the Palace.
You do have video?
On that same one that was just removed, I think, that had the deaths on it.
Oh, so we have to do this? He's old, Ed.
Now, how old is he now?
65.
Oh, my Lord.
Dear God. That's awful old to be prancing around the stage and, having the guillotines and the death and the mayhem and belting out songs that he's been doing since 1971. But he still does it. And a good job. It was a good show.
This one's a little close, but some of the other videos I have, you wouldn't know he was 65. The way he's moving around and doing his bit there.
Yeah.
This was from the Palace from 2 years ago, I
Oh,
think.
must have been November. November of 2011, when he's got the old man back there playing guitar. I think that's... I can't think of his name. Dick Wagner, maybe?
You see all these folks taking the video?
Yes.
I know these phones, if you turn them sideways, won't they take the video in the widescreen? I'm pretty
Oh, I
sure
don't
it
know.
does. Why do they hold them up so you get a little sliver of video?
That's a good question, Ed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to experiment with that. But there he is.
There
So
he
it was
is.
a good show
Oh,
at
yeah.
the Palace.
He's got a great band. Great band. Chuck Garrick on bass. Glenn Sobel.
Somebody's doing it right there.
Tommy Hendrickson.
You got a question from
Does
me?
he have a bum leg?
No,
Is that part of the
that's part of his shtick.
What song is this that he brings the...
Who brings it up?
The
It could
crutch
be, it could be 18. Where
I
he,
think that's what this was, actually. You can hear it.
Yep.
There you go. Whoever took this video, thanks from YouTube.
Hire 'em.
Yeah.
Except for the people in front of him there, but it's pretty good, yeah. But he does have a real good band. Ryan Roxy, Orianthe, Tommy Hendrickson, Chuck Garrick, Glenn Sobel. Top notch. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Not as great as his past ones where he was, he was hung and electrocuted and the guillotine and lethal injection and all
That
sorts
was
of mayhem.
Proctor's.
Right.
I wonder if he can only do that at Proctor's. He can't do it at the Palace.
It depends on the size of the stage, but he did have enough room to do it in this one. He did some stuff in this. He had some creatures coming out, but it wasn't quite as detailed as some of the other ones. But hey, it's a good show for a guy who's 65 years old with some classic songs. And there you go. And now it's on to
The poster pairs game.
Poster Pairs game, where you people have sent in 2 numbers between 1 and 6 via email, and we're gonna pull the name out of there. Our plastic jug o' names, which I'm going down to right now.
I was thinking about that as you were at the Palace. Do they have any kind of air conditioning in the Palace?
It's called Sweat Like a Pig, Ed.
Oh,
Especially that evening. It was one of those very hot.
Oh, that was one of the bad ones.
And you don't have any room to like spread out. Oh, you do. You just sit there and sweat and drip and smell. It's just
Is there air at the beginning, like they're attempting in the
no.
put air in
There's
there?
no attempt.
No attempt was made.
It was not. I mean, that was the only bad thing about it. That's what I gotta say. I don't like the heat, but I'll never complain about it.
I will.
Will you?
Okay, the Jerry fan who is not watching anymore. Apparently his girlfriend is, though. As
Really?
I found out, yeah.
So, can we send her the tickets? 2 and 6, by the way.
She's still writing in, yes. 2 and 6, he's in there at the time.
All right. Well,
So
I'm not a big fan of this. I'm
Well, we'll
hoping-
see if
make
he
sure
wins.
he loses.
Well, we
Check first. If it matches, pick a different one.
have to play by the rules.
Do we? I don't like
Yeah.
to play by the rules.
I didn't know if he would have lost the girlfriend, but apparently she's still with the viewer
Yeah.
who left
I mean,
us.
it's like going to the Price is Right. Get picked, you win, and you go up on stage and you tell Drew Carey, "I hate your show. I've hated everything you've ever done, and please let me win lots of prizes." It's not right.
Well, I don't know if Jerry's going to find us now when we move into the 100 tier.
But anyway, if you want to enter the game, just send your 2 numbers between 1 and 6 to mediazone95@gmail.com. That's mediazone95@gmail.com. And if we pick your name, well, we'll turn over those 2 posters, those 2 numbers. And if the posters match, you win 2 free movie passes. And if you write spin the wheel, we'll pull out the wheel, spin it, and you can win up to 10 tickets. You'll have about 11 chances to either keep the 2 tickets, bump it up to 4, bump it up to 6, or 10. And only 7 chances to decrease your number of tickets.
Yeah.
That's pretty good odds.
That's
7,
pretty good odds.
7-Eleven.
I think there's only one person
They
still
had free Slurpees a couple weeks ago.
at 7-Eleven.
At 7-Eleven.
Was that for the 4th of July?
I don't know what it was for. Was it
July
for?
11th,
Was it? Oh, was it? Okay. Okay. 7-Eleven.
Fortunately, we don't have...
7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Oh, look at this.
I didn't know. Everybody else knew every detail. I didn't know what was going on.
That's good. That's actually, I'm a little scared that he knows all that.
All I know is we don't have a 7-Eleven here. The closest we have is Central News,
Oh.
which is now on Sand Creek Road.
Oh, really?
All right.
So is it called Sand Creek News?
No, it's still Central News.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you next time back with more summer films.
As the producer stumbles.